So, hey everyone, it's Trish from Talk It Over, the only dating relationship podcast that begins in bed. So, I am here with our resident pleasure coach, Jen Infantino. Hey, girl.
Hi. Hello.
Well, first off, Jen, how are you?
I'm so good, and I'm so happy to see you. I wish I could see you every day, but that's not how the world works.
Listen, it's not. Like, I have been getting used to the fact that quarantine is real. As much as I'm never at home, like, there really is no place really for me to go. I go out of town and I go to hotels. Like, literally, I don't go anywhere else. I just go to the hotel and stay in the bed. That's it. Which is interesting. Like, last weekend I was out of town, of course, because I'm always out of town. And it was this small, cute little hotel in Chelsea. So real close to the west side of the West Side Highway in New York. And I walked in and so it had this like Japanese Zen style to it. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be really cute. And then I walked in and I was like, this is it? It was literally a square. It was so small and tiny. The bed was a little floating bed in the middle of the floor. I was like, who's sleeping on this little tiny old bed? It was something out of a dorm room. I will listen. It was out of a dorm room. I was like, okay, I won't be doing this again, but it was fun. It was cute. It was very cute, very small, very functional. But I was like, I'm going to be in this room for like 2 days. It was a lot. It literally, I'm little and I could go like this and touch both the walls. It was tiny.
Was it like dorm room plastic crates stacked up for shelves or that kind of dorm?
Almost. It was like very industrial. It was really cute. Please don't get me wrong. It was like very industrial, concrete floors. There was like a desk that like hung out of like a floating desk that was like screwed into the wall. It was very minimalistic, very cute, great views, great price, but it was like a hostel, more of a hostel than a hotel, which was a first for me. But it was really cute. So I don't want anyone to get the idea that it wasn't. It was totally, totally cute. I loved it. Loved the lobby. They like. If you go down into their lobby, they had this like phone booth that had a couch in it. So you could like go in the phone booth and close the door. So I spent like an hour in the phone booth with the door closed, like working. It was great. I loved it. So now that I'm back to reality, I gotta get used to like really being home. So I don't have any trips planned for a while. So I'm gonna enjoy my bed and quarantine at home. And yeah, I said all that to say I'm gonna.
Yeah, I
know.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
It's quarantine, and I'm not seeing anyone. Definitely only seeing my boyfriend up close, and not seeing anyone else up close, and nothing's open. And yet, I feel really busy. So I'm not really sure what it is I'm doing, but I think I might just be making stuff to be, well, that's not true. I have my coaching business and a day job and all these other things. So
it's totally understandable to be busy. I've been extremely busy as well. So just working day job, because I'm in the school that you graduated from. And so school is going. It's going.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be busy.
Yeah, no, it's been going. It's good so far. It's good. So let's dive into what we have going on. So to all of our listeners, welcome. I know you heard me and Jen just go back and forth like girlfriends, but she is. So you guys stay here and listen. With that being said, the Love Corner is officially open for business.
Woohoo! Very exciting.
And Jen and I have our first question. Some of you listeners, you consistent and avid listeners, have already written in So we have a couple of questions that we're gonna run through. So the first question that we got from one of our listeners is how to make your pleasure better. I actually am going to throw this to Jen. I want to hear what she has to say because she is our resident pleasure coach. So she's got all the good tips. I know this.
Yeah. There's so many things come to mind. The first thing that immediately popped into my mind is our brain. It's so flexible. So you can do a lot to expand different paths to pleasure just by linking a path that really works for you to something new. So your brain starts to wire this path it knows to this new path, and then it deepens the groove in your brain, this new path, this new sensation. It starts to know like, oh yeah, this is pleasurable. And so it makes your body like more flexible to what it responds to. So that's one way I would say it's like throwing in something new instead of always doing the same thing and linking that new thing to something that your body already really knows. Oh, you're muted.
Gotta love this, right? Technology. So I immediately have a question because now I need examples. So you gotta give me an example.
Oh yeah, I've got a great example. So sometimes people will come to me and they'll say, it's really easy for me to have an orgasm through clitoral stimulation, but I really want to have a G-spot orgasm. And I don't know how to do it. And I try all these different techniques stimulating my G-spot, but I can't get to orgasm. And so what I teach them is, well, your body knows this path to orgasm through clitoral stimulation. So use that and then alternate with stimulation to your G-spot until your body will start to link the two together. And then pretty soon you can do more of this one and less of this one. And your body recognizes it. It's like you have to teach your body, oh, this is a viable path.
Okay. I think I'm going to put some of these things into practice.
Okay, so let's see. What's the second one? Oh, this is a good one. I love, there's all kinds of practices you can do with this one. Edging. Edging is a great way to expand how much pleasure your body can hold. So what you do is you build up to orgasm or build up to a peak. If you don't have like a contracting type orgasm, maybe you have like this sort of bubbly, wavy, soft feeling, right? Work up to a peak and then back off. Don't actually have a full orgasm or don't get to the total peak. Back off, and your body's like, whoop, the container for pleasure grows a little. And then you do that again, get close, but don't actually have an orgasm. And the container gets a little bigger. And pretty soon, when you finally have that orgasm, it's like you're holding so much energy. It's a much bigger orgasm than just quick up and down.
I love it. Okay. Do you have any more tips for?
I can talk.
I know you have one more in you.
What'd you say, Trish?
I said, I know you have one more in you. I know you have one more tip in you.
Oh, I do.
They're better.
I got one. I have one more. I have so bad. This we could talk about this for 10 hours. One more thing that I don't fully know why this is culturally true for a lot of people, like why we do this, but lots and lots of people hold their breath when they're getting turned on or close to orgasm. And when you hold your breath, it's constriction in the body. So one thing people can do is soften your breath. Don't really pause at the top or the bottom, just like a nice, soft, easy breath. Let the energy of breathing move orgasmic energy through your body. Your body knows what to do. Pleasure is natural. We've just kind of wrecked it with all the things we do in society.
Yeah. I think we overthink it. I think that's the whole issue. But I also know, along with breathing, making actual sounds and noises when you're having an orgasm or when you're reaching that peak will also help you to like almost glide over it easier, or reach that peak easier. So for those of you that are quiet, stop being quiet. Make those noises. And I'm sure, Jen, I'm sure you can elaborate on that a little bit more.
Oh, I mean, no, you're totally right. I would just add that sometimes gender factors in to how comfortable people are about being vocal. I think maybe this is supported by porn that encourages lots of vocalization among women in a binary gender system. I'm just using as an example, which gender isn't binary, but I think that porn supports the women being very vocal and men being very quiet. And a lot of times do get questions from men where they're like, my orgasm's very localized and I want to feel it in more of my body. And pretty much, at a party, a little side conversation, I tell them, do you breathe and are you vocalizing? Because those two things really do move energy through the body.
And usually they're like, epiphany, mind blown, right? All right. Well, listen, to learn more about how to make your pleasure better, go see Jen, our resident love coach, and find her on her website, which is
JuicyJenn.com, JuicyJenn.com.
Awesome. And this is Trish and Jen on the Love Corner. We will see you guys next week. Tune in for more juicy tidbits. Peace, love, and good sex.